light skin television. You know what I mean? Official turntablist of the battle rap community. You know what I mean? You can check out the radio show every Tuesday, Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the block105.com. That's my joint. Battle Rap Music Radio is the name of the show. It's an hour long every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check it out, Battle Rap Community. The only turntablists on real turntables, transferring y'all songs and freestyles to records, playing it in a mixed form, radio form, you know what I mean? Really cutting, slicing, scratching, blending. Only battle rappers music, you know what I mean? But let's get to business. What we talking about right now? Viixen the Assassin versus Fficial. Two goddess tier MCs. Two of the greatest, I say top 10 female battle rappers ever in the history of life. They going at it. It's a matchup that should have happened a long time ago, but things happen when they're supposed to happen. That's my belief. I feel like I had some footage, Chrome 23, May 2022, after Remy's second biggest event, her third event total, with her second biggest event in Queens, New York. What was that joint? Amazura? Yeah. Big venue. You know what I mean? Beautiful turnout. Official was on the card. Viixen was on the card. Battle on Hustle. After it was over, there was an hour-long situation where we kind of got pushed out of the venue because it was running into the time of, the Puerto Rican party. You know what I mean? The battles ran over, so there was one more battle that didn't transpire. That was a one-rounder that was slated to go on that card the previous night, and they tried to get it on that night, didn't have the time, and they thought it was very unfair for Fendi and Jada Ray, who's supposed to battle each other in a one-rounder, to be there 2 nights in New York and not have a chance to battle on Chrome 23. Remy didn't think that was fair. We suggested we have the battle outside. The cops kept moving us from block to block. It was too many people. So at least 200 people out there, you know what I mean, the battle rap community, the crowd, and about another 250 people, the Puerto Rican crowd, trying to get in the club. So we took it around the corner. We kept getting moved from block to block. And then like a big, not a melee, but a big back and forth argument ensued between Viixen the Assassin and Miss Hustle, who just battled, you know what I mean, versus the Bardashians, 2/3 of the Bardashians, Jazz the Rapper, and Official. They going back and forth about who should battle next, who ain't see each other, if there should be rematches, so forth and so on. And Viixen made a point that me and Hustle can't even stand each other. We hate each other, and we still got more chemistry than the Bardashians, and that set Official off and Jazz off. They going back and forth. I got the footage. It was hilarious. It was fun. But they was also serious to a point, like, yo, these battles got to happen. You know what I mean? But on the right platform, the right time, for the right price. You know what I mean? And they took their time and slow cooked it. And here we go. You know what I mean? 26 months later, 2 years and 2 months later, the battle's actually going down. That's the partial history behind, you know what I mean, how this came into fruition, or the beginning stages of this coming to fruition. It comes from conversation, you know what I mean? Although a heated, wild conversation, fun, it was still a conversation in the streets, you know what I mean, where hip hop lives. Out in the streets, on a street corner, a dark street corner in New York, is where it went down, you know what I mean? But now it's happening. It's hard to tell who would have the upper hand right now. Viixen, who's usually very active, has not been active lately for the most part. And Official has not been active consistently like she used to, but she just did battle, you know what I mean, at the end of last year on Verbal War Zone. She had an on-beat battle, you know what I mean? So rapping over instrumentals versus Miss Ill, you know what I mean? A very good battle. Of course, she did her thing. Official was nice on beat, off beat, 3-round battles. She's been in all the wars. She got 37 major battles from Verse Tracker, with Verse Tracker saying, I believe it's more like close to 50 with the small leagues and footage that might not have made it, to the desk of the Verse Tracker big wigs. But I believe she has closer to 50 battles. Definitely 40, at least 40. But she's got a registered 37. And she's probably won about 90 to 95% of them battles, realistically. So, Fficial is getting back to being as active as we want her to be. And we really need her right now in female battle rap badly. Like, the game really misses Fficial and Viixen the Assassin. It's just good to see them right in the mix in the middle of the year, right in the middle of the summer. The card is called Nexus. URL is putting this event out. Smack URL. Nexus in Orlando, at they new headquarters. Well, they've been based out of Orlando at times at the end of last decade, beginning of this decade, right before the pandemic. It kind of like transformed to Los Angeles, the Caffeine Studios. Now that the 5-year Caffeine deal has ended, it seems like this is the home base for Smack Bees and Chico right now, down there in Orlando, where it's comfortable. And they got a nice studio down there. Looks like it's going down. Nexus, that's the first matchup that's announced on that card, the Nexus card, July 6th, Orlando, Florida. Viixen the Assassin, Fficial. We look forward to this. I don't make predictions much. I'm bad with predictions. But I can tell you this. It's an instant classic before it even happens. This is going to be it. This is for all the marbles right here. We've seen all the matchups, female battle rap, the goddess tier matchups we wanted to see in the last year or two. For the most part, this is one that always had to happen. We got to see where the chips fall. As far as Viixen the Assassin and how she does against Bardashian names and how Fficial does against other huge names that she hasn't seen yet. Fficial's seen damn near everyone, but she has not seen Viixen the Assassin. And you got to keep in mind, no matter what opinion you have of these ladies and where they rank all time in their rankings right now in 2024, they both have been considered, I can say, like the best in the world for a complete year at some point in their career. At some point in the career, the masses of people were saying this one's the best or this one's the best. Of course, the woman of the year one year was Viixen. She was the Wody. She's been close to runner-up at different times or in the top 5, top 10. Fficial, the same thing. Her ranking has not been as high in the near past has been in the in the deep past. But there's a time where a lot of people considered in female battle rap that Fficial was unbeatable. She even beat Jazz at one point in her career. Beat Lady Luck. There was a time, like I said, where Fficial was considered unbeatable. No one's going to go undefeated forever. She's had her pitfalls and her rough matchups that weren't as favorable for her as far as the results as we expected or she expected for that matter. But we're here now. It's official. I expect to see the best Fficial you've seen in years. I've seen in years, you've seen in years. Viixen the Assassin don't play when it's a big matchup. She never played, period. But she really ain't going to be playing with Fficial, and Fficial's not going to be playing with Viixen. It's for bragging rights. Them two can't look each other in the face in the future after this battle if they don't give it their best performance. Because they'll wild each other up every time they see each other about them results. So we want a classic, and I think we will get a classic. In my opinion. Danny Myers. Danny, when did I ever have you losing? Danny Myers talking about, man, you got the bar guy winning or not. When do I ever have you losing? You got the whole kit and caboodle. You got all the ingredients to not lose to anyone if you on your 100%, 101, 110% A game. I don't see you losing matches. After I seen what you did to Tay Rock, not like I wasn't already a believer, you know what I mean? But you've got to know God instead of believing God. To believe in God, to believe is to be lie on Eve's seed. And we are Eve's seed, and we don't want to lie to ourselves. I don't believe in the bar God. I trust in the bar God, and I can prove the bar God to be the bar God. You are the bar God. I don't see you losing. God don't lose. Unless you choke. Now, I doubt you ever choke. Now, this is big for you, bro. This is big for you. But we talk about the ladies, Danny. We talk about the ladies right now. Official versus Viixen the Assassin. The Nexus card. Orlando, Florida. July 6th. Now, but I got you winning, Danny. I got you winning. I'm not just saying that because you're my brother. You know what I mean? If I felt like you was, you know what I mean, over your head with the opponents, you know what I mean? But no, it's the truth. It's the truth. I got you winning this, you know what I mean? But possibly y'all two could have a battle tonight. I've heard you say it and another blogger said it, but I really believe that'll be the sneaky, quiet battle of the night when everyone's focusing on these names and that name and what kind of legacy this one's going to leave, you know what I mean, after the matchup, you know, with Lux and Nitty, blah, 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 blah. Y'all might be the best matchup. Quite possibly, because everyone's overshadowing y'all shit. And it could really go down. It could really go down to be the best. But I'm back to the ladies, bro. We back to the ladies, man. This is a hard pick, man. I'm not here to pick. This is up to y'all to pick and choose and I don't know, man. I don't know how y'all can just sit here and just pick one or the other, or I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just such a close matchup, man. And to make matters crazier, neither one of them has been as active as they always been. You know what I mean? So they almost took a break, and we kind of took a break from then and looked around and noticed some other women doing their thing. Now it's like we miss them. The game misses them. The sport misses them. They're both back, and they back against each other, and we need to see it. And I pray that it's not underwhelming. I doubt it will be. I doubt either one of the women got ring rust or nothing like that. I don't even think that's a case. There's no case of them two having ring rust. And there's a backstory behind the battle, so they're not taking a matchup that they don't really want to take. They're not just taking it for the four figures for thousands of dollars and, you know what I mean, just to take the money. I don't see this as that type of battle. I see this as a war. This going to get crazy. I don't even think there's going to be a bunch of personals and nothing like that. They just going to come out there and try to out-rap each other. They're going to be in each other's face. There ain't going to be, it's not going to go 3 rounds without them pushing and touching and grabbing. I know them two right there, they're going to go at it. They're going to say something about each other's woman parts. You know that's coming. They're going to say something about this and that because one got a lot of that and this one got a lot. That's neither here nor there, but yeah, you know ain't going to be a whole lot of personal. There's going to be some jokes, a little bit of seriousness, but a lot of barring each other to death. You know what I mean? I expect a lot of punchlines between both of them. You know what I mean? Both of them can stay alive if they can punch their way through 2 out of 3 of them rounds, at least. You know what I mean? That's the only predictions I got. They're going to be strategic with this. I don't see nobody asking for help. Them was 2 ladies that don't need no ghostwriter, nothing like that. No team to write for them. I just see them getting in their dojo this summer, being serious and formulating 3 strong rounds, you know what I mean, to take each other's heads off. That's what I believe in that. They haven't dropped the rest of the matchups for that card, and gladly so. I don't want to see the rest of the matchups right now. Bleed it out real slow. I want to just take in the greatness of this matchup right here. We talking Viixen the Assassin versus Official is going down. We've been waiting over 2 years for it. Shit got crazy, you know what I mean, outside of Chrome 23. You know what I mean, 25 months ago between the two, but it had to come to a head at some point. Pause if necessary, but it's going down. I'm glad to see it finally happen. It's finally coming into fruition, and I just hope it's I hope it's a classic. I don't see a 30 either way. I don't see nobody just clearing the other person. I just don't see that. I see these women coming out to do their thing and really, really put it in, really put in that work, man. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words because I'm so excited about the battle. I'm gonna be blogging much more. Over the years, I barely blog. I blog more on Pittsburgh Steelers football than battle rap. But this has inspired me to really want to get back into blogging about battle rap, primarily female battle rap, because it's very slept on and disrespected by media and bloggers. Nobody really covers it unless it's a big matchup. And I guess I'm being a hypocrite because I'm covering this because it's the hugest matchup right now. But I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to get back on my grind with female battle rap. I promise. I promise y'all. I always still been in the field. I think I'm in the field more than anybody in the world when it comes to female battle rap as far as battle rap media is concerned. It's me. Besides OTFMZ, as far as a single blogger with no team, I believe it's me. Or a single media figure with no team. I am a reporter first, but now I'm going to become a blogger. More of a blogger. But female battle rap is not on life support. The lack of support is on life support. That's what's going down. There's not enough of y'all. There's about 1,000 of y'all people that call yourself battle rap media, but you don't cover the women, don't know nothing about the women, and only know about the same 15, 20 women. So I'm not saying you're not qualified. Anyone can blog about what they want, talk about, report about what they want. But it seems to always be like the messiness and stuff that has nothing to do with rapping when y'all report on the women. Or what somebody looked like or what kind of hair she wore. I don't care nothing about that. I care about the rapping and elevating the women and, helping them come up, and get some bags, better matchups, better treatment, owners treating them better. Fans treating them better. It get to the point where you're at battle rap events and the women come to the stage. Some people run outside and treat it like a smoke break. Very disrespectful. Or they talk all the way through the battles, or they want to be noticed, or they looking at the women like a piece of meat when they come to the stage. I'll take it even further. Some of these women come to elevated stages and none of the men even reach their hand out to help the women up the stairs to get on the stage. You want her to trip up the steps. She got on heels or whatever, she might have on. It might be kind of difficult for her to get up the steps. The league owners ain't never got no water for the women. It's just like, damn, they treat them like damn near modern day slavery, like they a sideshow. And I think that's disrespectful. They ladies, black women at that, sisters at the end of the day. And the treatment of the ladies at battle rap events, the female battle rappers is horrible. From the parking lot into the venues, the way the owners and staff of the league treat them, the fans, other rappers, it's been like this for a while and has not improved in 2024. It really hasn't gotten any better. I see some more women or champion and champion battle rap a lot better and much more supportive, and there's more female managers, super managers out there helping the women get more looks, more bags, bigger bags. Shout out to them. Some of these male managers, y'all could step it up. Some of y'all are good at what you do. I'm in contact with the ones that are good at what they do. Some of you just you kind of like the title of, oh, I manage her, but what are you managing? She was doing better, quote unquote, before she got with you or met you. You know what I mean? What are you doing to elevate her game? What are you doing as far as pushing her music and her brand? The treatment of female battle rappers has got to be better moving forward. I say that every year, but it don't get no better. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Wody panel too. I think they did a good job, even better than other years. It got kind of crazy, but that's what that is. You know what I mean? I think that I don't have no criticism for them because I'm not on the panel and I know that's a hard job. But I think this is not my personal criticism. But what I'm hearing from a lot of female battle rap fans, and especially other female battle rappers that didn't make the top 15 or weren't even considered in the top 15 or 20, what have you, not even in a conversation. A lot of them felt like they should be in a conversation. They got a strong fan base that feels like they should be in a conversation, not as far as winning the Wody or being top 10, just when they get in that argument in between 13 and 16, some of the names that they're arguing over, they figure there's about 4 or 5 more women every year that could at least be in an argument. You know what I mean? But we can't stretch it to 20. I understand you only want to get down to the winner in the top 5. So you start from 16 or 15 and work your way down. I understand, but I guess everyone wants to be recognized when they put in more work than the top 15 or they did better than a lot of the top 15. They want to be noticed. Honorable mention, I saw that was a good thing this year on a list. Someone else made a whole different list that didn't agree with the Wody list, and it shook it up a little bit, but it was appreciated by some and it was clowned by others. That's a whole nother story. I got on a whole tangent about female battle rap. It's supposed to be about Viixen the Assassin and Fficial. Like I said, I think this is a very opportune matchup for the time. It's the middle of the summer, July 6th. Orlando on the Nexus card, Smack URL, you know what I mean? URL's definitely been championing female battle rap for the last 5 years really strong. That was a knock on Smack back in the day, in the previous decade. Yo, Smack, how come you don't have the ladies? You got the same 5 or 6 women battling. You know what I mean? But we need more women on these cards. So they tried the Future Queens card 2 years ago in North Carolina and Charlotte. You know what I mean? Most of that footage never came out, but they tried. They tried at different times to take women with lesser names that have been putting in the work, or even brand new women that no one knew, and try to put them on and let them be seen on the platform at some level, whether they made the app on a YouTube drop. Some of them battles was on a Facebook drop. They put it on their Facebook page. You know what I mean? Even with that, you know what I mean, they were getting tens of thousands of views on the humbug. You know what I mean? But yeah, Smack URL can't save all the female battle rap on their own. Shout out all the other leagues that are out there putting the women on and giving them, bigger shots, bigger looks. And that's a lot of leagues, too many to mention. But I just feel like across the board, everyone can treat the women a lot better inside the venue, at the venue, when booking, even down to the flyers on the cards, how you present them, when you choose. I've learned myself over the years, thumbnails are important when it comes to women. If you're making a flyer or a blog, don't take the picture that's the least flattering of that female battle rapper and post that up there and think they're going to be down with it or happy with that. They might cuss you out. You might even want to check with them first. Do you want to send me a picture that I can post or, use as a thumbnail, or take a few thumbnail pictures, send it to them and be like, yo, which one you think would be best to use? 1 or 2, give me 1 or 2 that you think, that represent you well. I've learned that too. I got embarrassed a couple times, asked to take it down and everything. Didn't even know what I was doing wrong. I'm a man. I don't really know exactly what women consider appropriate or where they looking good, which is not their best picture. But y'all know at some point, on some level, when certain pictures are not flattering to put out there in front of the whole galaxy, in front of the whole universe, the world, to be seen when promoting her brand. Just be mindful of that stuff. Just kind of make way for the women when they come to the stage, let them rap, don't talk through their shit. Don't grab them like they men too, like they land a haymaker. Don't be all that. They don't need that and messing up their hair. Please, you're lucky you don't turn around and slap the SHI, what out of you. Like, let's just be more mindful that these are sisters on the stage. We're supposed to protect them, not disrespect them. But enough of that old man lesson giving. It's going down, man. I'm just excited, man. Official versus Viixen Assassin, July 6th, Orlando, the Nexus event, Nexus card, NEXUS on Smack URL. It's going down, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. My Cash App is Lightskin Television 4. It's $ Lightskin Television 4. That's my Cash App if y'all care to donate to a brother. Peace. We out. Lightskin Television.